Welcome to the Fort Polk Podcast. Today we are talking about one of the most amazing recreational offerings for Fort Polk, the Recreational Shooting Range. Located on post, it provides active duty soldiers, retirees, DoD civilians, and family members a chance to experience, learn, and enjoy the sport of shooting. The Directorate of Family, Morale, Welfare, and Recreation, or DFMWR, has created a safe environment where everyone can shoot in peace. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are listening to this podcast. I am Jeff England from the Fort Polk Public Affairs, and this is the Fort Polk Podcast. Today, we have with us here in the studio, my special, awesome studio that is so soundproof and doesn't have any other kind of noises or distractions or printers behind me or anything like that. We have Lucas Greer and hello.
Hello, how you doing? Good morning.
I'm living the dream.
So I run the Recreational Shooting Range on base.
Yeah, you're like the manager over there.
Yep, manager. I wear many hats.
Many
at the
hats.
range. So
all at the same time.
So manager, programmer, event coordinator, whatever you want to call me.
Nice. And along with Lucas Greer, we brought along Portia Alzen.
Hello, Fort Polk family.
Oh, geez. You're corny just like me. Sweet.
Oh, give me a break.
Hello, everybody out there in podcast land. And you currently, for a little while longer, work for marketing at DFMWR.
Yes, sir, that is correct.
But you will not be working there for much longer because I know where you got a job.
Do you?
I do.
Where may that be?
Portia's going to come work with us, and she's going to be my helper bee over here, and we're going to be co-workers, and she'll probably be doing a lot of these podcasts, especially, or at least with me, unless I have to take a vacation or something.
Then I could just do it by myself.
Yeah, we'll have to teach you something. And of course. But anyway, so we've got the Recreational Shooting Range, which, not a lot of people actually know about this.
Right.
It is one of the best kept secrets on Fort Polk, and has to be one of my favorite. It used to be one of my favorite places to go for one of the recreational sites that MWR has. But I live on 5 acres now, so I can shoot at home. But I don't have the skeet shooting. So I'll have to come over there and do that. But there is so many things. There are a lot of things about this the shooting range that people just don't know about.
Right, yeah.
And I've done a lot of work with the shooting range in the past, and so I do know some things about it, and that's why I'm so excited to talk about it. And I've been wanting to get you guys in here for a while to talk about the shooting range. What special things do you have up there that not a lot of people know about, or that when people come in for the first time and they say, "Oh, this I heard about this and I had to come check it out, but I didn't know you guys had this here."
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. So I would say that most things that the range has to offer are fit under that category, because you hear about the archery range, or you hear about our rifle pistol range, or you hear about our skeet range or our paintball range. You come in for one, like, "Oh, I heard we have a paintball range. That'll be pretty cool. We have a paintball course. That'll be pretty cool to check out. Get your buddies over there." Well, they get there and then they see, "Wow, they got a pretty nice rifle range," or, "Wow, I didn't know that they had all these archery targets." We use premium 3D archery targets at
now. That's the 3D walkthrough.
So we have two.
You have two of them now?
We have three. If you want to look at it this way, we have 3 archery ranges, right? So we have one range that's the bread and butter, if you will, and that has a 2-story shooting platform on it. It's populated with 3D archery targets out to 60 yards. I think that's where the berm on the archery range is. Starts at 10 yards, so you got plenty of options to shoot. We got a lot of cool stuff out there. And then you go over to the other side of the archery range, and that side is more of your foam donut style targets, and that's going to be used for like broadhead zeroing. We try to keep that off of our 3D targets, so kind of harsh on those. Well, we have our 3D archery course as well. It's a 3/4 mile walk. It has 20 targets and 21 shooting positions, and it's all canopy covered. So And the Louisiana swamp weather we get.
Oh, geez.
Ideally, try and keep some of that sun off of you, cool it down a little bit. But it's kind of a hunting simulator. There's different targets out there. We have all kinds of different targets. We've got alligator out there. We got a full size buffalo out there. And when I say premium,
because there's so many buffaloes here in Leesville.
So we got a probably a foot poison frog, a foot tall poison frog out there. And
how poisonous is it?
Well, I guess that's dependent on you, depending on the shooter. How they.
In other words, don't go lick it.
That's my suggestion. That's probably what.
No licking the poison toad.
Nope, not this one anyway. It might be a couple of things to watch out for out there. But yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to do on the archery side, and that's if you don't like the bang, or if you've not done anything with archery before and guns aren't your forte, we do rent archery equipment if you wanted to check it out. We got archery equipment for maybe the more experienced guys to the younger people.
Yeah, you got those the blue and the red ones, right? Are they red? Or I know you got blue ones out there. Blue compound bows.
So we've got some compound bows. We've got some updated compound bows. We have some recurve bows, and we have some youth bows that are a little bit easier to draw back.
You know what you guys need to get?
What's that?
Long bows.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Absolutely. And we've got, I would like to think that we have some resources out there. Maybe we can even look into doing some bow building classes out of what we have in nature.
Oh, knowing my luck, it'd break.
Yeah, I think the first couple times, that's to be expected.
I'm used to making bows and arrows out of paper clips, rubber bands, and matches.
Yeah.
Is that what you used to shoot your fellow coworkers here in the office?
Back in school,
Okay, yeah.
Or you wad up a little piece of paper and you wrap it around the rubber band and shoot it at the kids across the class. Try to get them in. Hey, what just that? Hey, be quiet.
Yeah.
Now I have a weapon to get you with, Jeff.
A weapon of choice.
Give her an idea.
Now, the other cool thing is, I honestly don't think a lot of people know about this, about the paintball. The paintball range out there for actual competitions and rounds and all that stuff. I can't believe it's not more well known than it is.
And the thing with paintball is, I think when you get out there, you don't have to be very motivated to be out there.
No.
When you get out there with your unit function, whatever the case may be, it's a ton of fun once you get out there. We have our prices for paintball are very competitive. $30 will get you our paintball package. And that includes the gun, the mask, unlimited air that takes care of the field fees, and it gets you 500 paintballs. And
I would go through that in a heartbeat.
If you spend all your paintballs, it'll be $20. Get you another bag of 500 paintballs. In the area, good luck finding someone who can match that price. We try to make it a point to be able to offer these opportunities. For maybe the less fortunate, or big groups where no matter how fortunate you are, you're going to start thinking about spending some money on getting these people together, getting everybody together, and having a good time out there. With paintball, right now we have a speedball course that's merged in with a small woods ball section, and we're working on building two brand new courses. One. We got a lot of woods at the range, so we're going to try and make that work for us a little bit, and we're going to make a more in-depth woods ball course. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then on the opposite side of where our paintball course is located at right now, we're going to build kind of a shipment container course, kind of a Connex box town kind of sort of thing. And it's always going to grow. It's always going to change. We've tried to make it a point to be able to mobilize our paintball setup. So if you've got an area that you want to have a paintball event and it's separated from the range, we can definitely coordinate that. We're pretty flexible at the range. So
we should get some of those villages up on North Fort. Get the people that built those villages, build one down here. That'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. with enough coordination at the range, anything's possible.
That'd be so cool. Nice. Pop, pop, pop. He's in the window. Pop, pop, pop. Not anymore.
That'll also make for great hiding places too.
Oh, yeah.
Like laser tag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Laser tag?
Yeah, like when you're playing laser tag and there's like...
I think you were born in the wrong decade.
More than likely, yes.
Laser tag.
Laser tag.
Yeah.
It's
but
fun.
that would have to be more indoors. So, we'll need an indoor course or an indoor laser tag course. Or
so something to think about. This is I wouldn't go as far to say in the works, but we've definitely milled it around the office. We have an available warehouse, and we have foam paintballs that are fairly easy to clean up. Now, I've been thinking it wouldn't be that complicated to set something like that up.
I was in Arizona. I was in Arizona, and there was an outdoor. Well, it wasn't outdoor, but it was set up outdoors. Laser tag. And it was all done with inflatable buildings.
Right.
So, I mean, that might be something to look at. Oh, gosh, I could just come up with ideas all day. I could just spend the whole week in there.
Yeah,
just shooting and having fun. And I wouldn't be running very much because I'm not that in shape.
Oh, I'm with you. I feel you there.
So, another thing I would like to bring up to your attention, dollar signs go in front of the numbers.
So you're not the first person to mention that in the past couple of days. I like to do that to add some flair to it.
Oh, some flair. Yeah. I've been seeing that a lot, especially on the internet. It's like it's $10 sign. Okay. Well, it reads properly. $10.
Adds some spice to it.
Yeah, it does. It just makes it set. It actually makes it to me. It makes it look like somebody in Europe or a foreigner put it up.
Right.
So they don't know. They don't. Anyway, that's enough of teasing you. I'll just move along here. The pistol range. You have the pistol range, and that is several different targets out there too. In the office. You have the office with some snacks and targets. That's the big thing is you have targets for sale in there too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all you have to bring. You don't even have to bring a gun anymore or a weapon mostly.
So that's if you want to or if you have potential issues with registering your firearm on base. So,
which is an easy process. Just do it over at the guest center.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes more time to fill out the paperwork than it does to get them to stamp it. That's fairly straightforward, but I understand some people, don't quite want to go to that step yet.
And step number 1 is go to the guest building over there, the visitor center. Right. Go to the visitor center. Do not bring the weapon inside with you.
Correct.
Just go in there, ask them for the paperwork, fill out the paperwork. You do not need to take do not. I repeat, don't do it.
Yeah, they
tend to not like that.
They frown upon weapons in government buildings.
Yeah.
So be cautious of that. But yeah, that process is fairly straightforward. However, if you didn't want to take that step and go into registering your firearm on base, we do offer rentals. Because our arms room is not at the range, we need about a week's notice so we can pull the weapons out of our arms room with 5th Aviation. And as long as we got a week's notice, we'll pull it out for you and you'll be squared away. You'll be shooting.
And so we got, let me see if I can name off all. You got the paintball, and then you got 3 different archeries. You have the pistol range, you have the rifle range, and you have the shotgun range, which is where your skeet houses are. Now, you can accommodate all calibers up to 50.
Correct.
So you can't use you can't shoot a 50 caliber rifle.
Well, so you can shoot a 50 caliber rifle.
Ooh,
however,
you've upgraded.
That 50 caliber rifle has to be black powder.
Oh,
so no 50 BMG, no Barrett 50
Oh
calibers.
man!
But you can shoot 50 caliber ball ammo, out of your black powder rifle or cap and gun, whatever you got. On our pistol range, we have, as you mentioned, we have tons of steel. We have not only do we have paper targets, and We have our own target stands.
You have those little spinny targets too, where you shoot it, plink, plink.
So most of our steel on our pistol range is what we call active steel. So if you hit it, it's going to give you some not only auditory feedback, but it's going to move a little bit. We recently, within the last year, picked up something called a Texas Star or a whirligig, and that one's a ton of fun. That one's a
is that the one that bounces all over the place?
So what happens is it's 5 different plates connected to arms, and when you hit one plate, it falls off and it starts spinning. So your goal is to clear it as quickly as you can. And able to do that, you got to probably hit it while it's still moving.
Oh, you have to hit a moving target now.
Right. And then if you got your buddies out there with you or your spouse or whatever the case may be, we have dueling trees. So we got a handful of dueling trees. And
do they shoot back?
Those ones don't shoot back.
Oh, good.
So what that is there's paddles about the size of your hand, and they're range from anywhere between 3 and probably 6 or 7, and they flip around your tree, your base. So you hit it and it'll flip over to the other side. So, to duel with it, you put 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and whoever can clear the tree the fastest, get the most paddles on the other side.
Oh, that's kind of like Gnip Gnop. There's an old game back from like when I was growing up. It's you have these paddles. It's an enclosed game, and you have these paddles and these balls inside, and you have to hit the paddles to get the ball to flip through one of the 3 circles in the plastic in the middle to get to the other side. And the first person to get all the balls to the other player's side wins.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. So that's what it sounds like.
I'm afraid that predates me.
I'm afraid that a lot of stuff predates a lot of people around here. It's like, I remember when this place was called Camp Polk.
Oh, goodness.
So we've got, and the other thing. Okay, so we've named off, you have the skeet, and then there's another, there's skeet and birdie, right? No, pigeon. No, I don't know.
So we do have clay pigeons.
Clay pigeons.
Now our skeet throwers,
but no clay Aikens.
No clay Aikens. Not at this range. Okay. You might get lucky somewhere else. But, but yeah, we do skeet at the range. We have 2 skeet fields that consist of 2 towers each, and then we have a trap bunker as well.
Trap, that's it. Trap and skeet. Those were the 2 things I was looking for.
So how you play a round of skeet is you have 8 different firing positions, and without getting too deep into the weeds of it, you have to essentially make your way around those 8 firing positions and firing the clay towers in order, the pigeons in order. And so that is 24 rounds, and then you have an alibi. So if you can make through the course in 24 rounds, great. You got a box, or you got one left in the box of a 12 gauge, 20 gauge, whatever you got. I have not been able to do that ever. So
my alibi, the sun was in my eyes.
Yeah,
the wind blew
mine.
It off.
Yeah, I usually like something's wrong with the gun.
Something's wrong. Yeah, the sights are off.
Right. Yeah, it was banged up on the way to the range. You can't.
Ammo's bad.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
that clay, that birdie or that pigeon was faulty.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad one.
It broke. It broke after it hit the ground, but it broke.
Right, yeah. And sometimes it'll tell on you. Sometimes they won't break when it.
I know that. That's when I get really mad. It's like, hey. That's when I go up there and stomp on it.
Right. I mean, they're clearly faulty. Yeah,
they're faulty. Now the other thing. So we've got all of the ranges in there. Now the fun stuff. And I kind of miss this because the one guy that I really wanted to beat is he PCS'd. But there are shooting competitions.
Absolutely.
You have shooting competitions. I've made it out to a couple of them. There was one, it was a 3-gun shoot.
Yep.
And now I believe you have a 2-gun shoot coming up soon too.
Yep, absolutely. So we've in the past year or so, we've restructured how we run our competitions. We've kind of started using a different rule book. We've got some help from more experienced shooters.
Yeah, the last one, when I was shooting the pistol portion, they were using 22 rifle targets.
Yeah,
it's like you couldn't hit those things.
Yeah, it was tough.
You're lucky to hit the paper.
Yeah, and a lot of learning. when running competitions dealing with firearms, having someone who's experienced kind of overlook that really helps. And I think in the past, the range may have been missing out on some of that experience. And the more that we're doing it now, the more that we're kind of developing consistency and actually looking at some of these rule books and knowing what kind of competitions we're running has helped a lot with developing some of that consistency. So our two-gun shoot is going to be on the 29th. The two guns are rifle and pistol.
Now, if people are listening to this after April 29th, do you know when the next one will be?
We are making our best attempt at doing these competitions monthly. Now, as we've been talking, we got a lot of areas that we can do competitions. So the best way that you can kind of keep track of that is our website, our Fort Polk MWR website. Just look for the Recreational Shooting Range's website. That's probably the best way to get the most up-to-date information. And then Facebook, our Fort Polk MWR Facebook page is also pretty good at keeping up with our events as well.
Yeah, for all those people out there, there's nothing to do around here. It's like, that's because you haven't looked.
Yeah.
There's MWR does a great job at trying to get everybody to participate and have something to do. And it's like there's go-karts and miniature golf and bowling, and that's just in the K2 area. Right. I call it the K2 area. It's clubs and carts, but I call it K2.
And then we just had Playtown and Cafe open up. So as you said, there's plenty.
There's all kinds. I mean,
absolutely.
It's too hot. Bowling is indoors, and so is the playground.
Right.
Thingy.
Or there's the 50-meter pool, 25-meter pool.
The splash park.
Yeah.
There's Dunkin' Donuts. That's always a great place to visit.
Well, that's not an MWR facility, but it is a great place to visit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we do have gyms, so if you do visit Dunkin' Donuts and say, you eat a little too many donuts, then hey.
Well, you got to get the carbs up to get the energy.
Right.
To go work out.
And then there's Cantrell. There's all of our gyms, so it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we're hoping maybe we'll have one in May also.
So May. We're going to see what we can do.
Maybe.
In May. Maybe. We're going to see what we can do in May. Ideally, we get to the point where we're running an event or two every month. Programming at the range has increased, and we're hoping that it's going to increase even further the more that we are building a community and kind of legitimizing the range a little bit.
So when are you guys open over there?
We're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right. So
until we get really, really popular and you're booked all the time, then you'll consider opening up on maybe a Thursday.
That's the goal.
And then that'll get too busy, and then so who knows? Maybe someday you'll be like the commissary and just be open all the time.
Yeah, one step at a time. But yeah, that's absolutely the goal.
But that would be cool. And of course, you guys can't be in business without trying to offset the costs of doing business.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course. So there are costs to go over and use the range, but they're nothing outrageous and nothing like and with all the stuff that you guys have over there, it's the small price that you guys have is more than fair. If you had $20, you would probably go home with change.
Yeah, absolutely. So we operate by day fees. So $10 if you want to use our pistol or rifle range that's kind of grouped in there together. $10 will get you the day. You come at 9 o'clock on Saturday, pay me $10. You can stay out there and shoot until 1700.
And you want to know something else, Portia? Since you're talking so much over there, you know what I just recently learned?
What was that?
If you were to go out there for the day, you don't even have to leave for lunch because they have grills.
Ooh,
yep, absolutely.
You could just take your little cooler over there and grill up some steaks? Or some burgers or grilled shrimp. Look at
shish
that.
kebab.
Yeah, yeah. We try to make it as family friendly for everyone. You know, we try to make an opportunity for everybody to come and spend the day.
And military is centered around weapons.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
yeah, children teaching children about weapons and weapons safety is a huge, huge thing.
Absolutely.
And the earlier you get them to learn weapons safety is the better.
Yeah.
And, it's like, just teach them the basics. Don't touch this unless I'm around.
Yeah.
Right.
Rule number 1.
Yeah.
Second, treat every weapon as if it's loaded.
Of course.
Right. Yes.
Of course.
Never point at anything you don't want to shoot.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the simple, basic one.
We work a lot with CYS here at Fort Polk, and they have their camps intermittently. We just got done with their spring camp where they came and did 22. They used our pistol range to shoot 22 rifles. They used our skeet range. They shot some 20 gauge shotguns out there, and then they also did paintball out there as well. So if you're here with CYS, keep in mind that we work with them as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
man. It's like,
I bet they had fun with the paintball too, huh?
Oh yeah. How can you not have fun with the paintball?
Right.
I remember going to paintball before I joined, so it was quite a while ago. So that's how long I've been aware of paintball. And we were in this one, and it's like, okay, these are the rules. No face shots. Those don't count, blah, blah, blah. And we were in a speed round where all shots count. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't aware of that rule. And I got shot squat in the face. It was right in the face. But, I was wearing a mask. So I was wearing a mask and goggles, of course. That was one of the requirements. And they shot me right square in the face, and that mask just went, whoa. And it's like, no, it's a face shot. And he goes, that counts. No, it's a face shot. And I shot him back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least you got your revenge.
Well, it was, all in all, it was like, considering that was like 30 years ago, and I still remember it. I can tell you what I was wearing. I could tell you what I did. I could tell you certain things about this thing that's like over 30 years. That's how much fun I had. But I can't tell you what I went into the next room for. Mm-hmm. That's weird. I can remember that, but I can't remember my own name.
Was it coffee?
Coffee?
Yeah, is that what you went into the next room
No,
for?
I've got my coffee. Oh, no, it was the print. It was.
See, I helped out somewhat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. But anyway, you're having on April 29th is the 2-gun shoot, or was, matters when you're listening to the program.
Right. Yeah.
And what are the other competitions that you guys hold over there? I know you've got the 2-gun shoot, which is pistol and rifle, the 3-gun shoot, which is pistol, rifle, and shotgun.
Right. So as far as competitions go, you hit it right on the head. We do 3-gun shoot, 2-gun shoot. We do USPSA matches.
What's that?
Which that's the Pistol Shooting Association. So that specifically looks at your abilities with a pistol.
I can't really do pistol competition because I only have one pistol.
Right.
And that's a small one, so it doesn't lend for great target shooting.
So funnily enough, if you
funnily, that's a new word for me.
Well, it's
funnily.
It's the spice. I told you.
It's the funnily spice.
We gotta make it interesting.
Right.
So the pistol competitions, those are probably the easier ones to establish. Most people have a handgun, or if they don't have a handgun, it's not terribly complicated to get a hold of one or borrow a buddy's or something like that.
And if we give you enough reservation or enough time, like a week ahead of the schedule,
right?
Week's notice. There it is. I knew I'd come up with it. I'm going to have to bring a dictionary in here or something. We could probably rent one for maybe $5.
So we do. Our rental fees are $5. Unfortunately, right now we do not have handguns.
Boo.
One step at a time, though. We're getting there.
You got to get some handguns. Get some good ones.
Yeah.
Nice big. A 22 caliber target pistol.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, everything. We when we're expanding, we want to expand a little bit of everywhere, but we got to make a point to say, hey, this is worth expanding.
And get a big old safe over there so you can safely store all of your weapons.
Safely store with the safe, yeah.
Yeah, safely store in a safe.
So that process, I mean, a conversation for a different time, but that process gets a little complicated.
I bring up all kinds of complications around here.
I had something worth talking about, but like I said, maybe a different time. But we are looking at correcting that soon. We are looking at different opportunities, different abilities to be able to put a safe out there, get us our arms room out there, and make sure that it is correct to the garrison's regulation.
Yeah.
But competitions, we do open paintball every Sunday. So the idea with open paintball is that you come in by yourself, don't have a group. Well, hopefully there's a whole bunch of people there waiting on you when you get there, ready to play.
We've been waiting for you. Where have you been?
We're going to start doing quarterly paintball events. So once every 3 months, we're going to try and do a paintball 3v3 paintball competition. We have archery that we kind of intermittently are working on doing a competition with that, and we're working on doing some more skeet competitions as well.
Yeah, the 2 skeet fields and the trap bunker.
Yeah,
that's fun.
That's a lot of fun,
especially if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's. I may argue against it. I think skeet is the most fun when you don't know what you're doing.
Oh my God! So, I went in there for the competition. I have 2 shotguns. One is a turkey gun, and the other's a 20 gauge youth combo. It's a Rossi, and but I went in there for the competition, and I don't know where my chokes went, and I only had my turkey choke on there. Believe it or not, turkey choke is not that great for skeet.
Uh-oh.
kind of limits you.
Yeah, I didn't hit very many, but I did hit a couple.
Right.
So
you tried your best.
I did. So we've got that, and then so you've got the 2 skeet fields, and this is a great place to be able to go if you've ever wanted to try it out.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to, especially when we're talking about skeet and trap specifically. You don't have a shotgun. Well, you don't have to buy one. Let us know and we'll take care of that for you.
Oh, nice.
We'll bring one of our shotguns there too. And
yes, I would like to borrow the Benelli.
Yeah, you and me both.
the Benelli over under skeet shooting shotgun.
And you know what? That's the fun thing about one of the many fun things about skeet shooting is the same guy can come out there with a $200 or $300 over under shotgun, shoot just as well, maybe better than the guy with the $2,000 or $3,000 over under Benelli or whatever he might have. Everything's level with a gun. Now, like I said earlier, it's easy to blame the gun when you're not shooting very well, as I'm sure we're all a suspect of.
So what weapons do you have over there for rent? I mean, you've got shotguns, like you said. I'm sure you could get your hands on some 22 long rifles.
Correct, yeah. So we do have some semi-automatic shotguns that are all of our shotguns and weapons that we have for rent are specific to our range. We are trying to branch out. We are looking at getting some more soon. That is something that's on the books, is that we modernize our firearm collection. We have 20 gauge shotguns. We have 12 gauge shotguns, over, under, and semi-automatic. And then we have a few bolt action 22 long rifles.
I got a bolt action 22 long rifle with a bull barrel.
Yeah, they're a ton of fun, and 22 ammo for now is obtainable and cheap. So that's something you can come out there with. Our rental fee is $5. Our range fee is $10. So if you bring your own ammo out and we say, this is good to go, that's $15 in a day of fun, and you can't beat that.
Yeah, you can always add stuff on, but I know also that if you're looking for a package deal, you also have the packages, also like a paintball package.
Yeah. So that's our $30 paintball package.
Portia's looking at you like she's surprised.
No, I'm actually very familiar with the paintball package. I do remember doing the marketing on that, and it is a deal, and it's a steal.
Yeah,
she's sitting there like, well, I didn't know you knew that.
Right. So our paintball package, I mentioned before, that's They get you all the PPE that you may need, 500 paintballs, unlimited air, takes care of the field fees, and it gives you a gun to use as well.
And that's all just for $30.
It's $30
for now.
$30.
Can't get any better than that.
Yes, you can. Yes,
Where? Not around here.
Oh, not around here. Right. But, if you do it at home, it's like you would, actually, no, it would cost more than $30 just to set everything up. You would have to buy the gun and buy everything else.
Yeah.
And if you run out of paintballs, you'd have to buy more, which would cost more than $20 just to get 500 rounds.
Yeah, you got to buy the case.
Now, right? do your guns, are they constant air? See, I'm gonna start throwing all my old knowledge out. Are they constant air rifles?
Yeah. So as far as constant air, we'll say yes.
So they're not the little not the little.
No, we hook up the
nice big air.
I don't remember the measurements off the top of my head, but
that's a big one.
But yeah, we do 3,000 psi up to 3,000 psi.
Oh, that would hurt.
Equipment. so it can come out of there moving now.
And gravity feeds.
Yeah.
Gravity loaders.
So that's how all of our equipment is constant air, and we do the gravity fed hoppers.
Nice.
Which come with advantages and disadvantages from time to time.
Well, yeah. I mean, it could throw you off balance. It could be a little heavier, and it can mess with your sights.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because that hopper likes to get in the way sometime, but it's still a ton of fun.
But you don't have like grenades and stuff like that, right? Paint grenades.
Not yet. That is that's something upon our paintball expansion that we're looking into.
Ooh.
Do you know what a paint grenade is?
I do not, but it sounds very interesting and like it hurts a lot.
No, it's like a water balloon.
Oh, water balloons hurt though.
Well,
what they do to me?
Well, that's because you're a baby.
Oh, be nice.
You're a wimp.
Mean.
We know how Porsches are. And I love the idea for grilling. Going out there and grilling, just bring out some burgers or some steaks, make a whole.
Absolutely.
You guys can have like a unit rec day or whatever.
Yeah, we actually last week we had scheduled to do a couple of unit org days, but weather wasn't really cooperating.
It has been crazy.
This weather is just horrible. It goes from one extreme to another.
Right.
Yes. And let's see, what else do you guys do? The
annual membership program.
Range.
Yeah, we have an annual membership program.
Oh, so I wouldn't have to pay every time I come in?
You would you'd have to pay at least once. So for $279, that's going to give you access to our annual membership program.
Let me pull out the calculator here.
So I'll do the math for you. That essentially means you'll start paying yourself back. If you were using it for yourself, you'd have to come to the range over half the weekends of the year. But we're trying to look at this as more of a family membership plan. The idea is if you have your kids, you have guests that come with you.
So it's not just for me; it's for me and my guests.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
if you bring your kids in, your kids' friends in, anywhere up to 3 guests at a time, not including yourself. So that's 4 people. If your guest is under the age of 18, that'll be free admission. Now, if your guest is over the age of 18, that'll be half off.
But if it's 18, they're in that middle ground.
They have to pay double, actually.
And they don't exist.
Yeah.
They have to pay double.
Yikes.
What about okay, because I don't picture Portia as, an avid shooter or an avid rec range shooter. I just can't see her out there all the time shooting.
Right.
Would there be any special days for ladies like Portia?
Absolutely. So every third Sunday of the month, we have our Ladies' Day. So that's a half off for the ladies to come out there and shoot.
Ah.
Very nice.
So there you go.
Very nice.
Half off. And in the summer, it's even better.
Ooh, that's right, ladies. So y'all come on out to the MWR shooting range.
So this is, and to top it all off, I mean, this, the range is not just for like the soldier out there. It's actually very family friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone come to the range and shoot. If you are a new weapon owner, we can at the very least provide you with the most basic information to come in there, get you start shooting at the range. We are limited to quote unquote classes that we can offer, but we are looking at correcting that here pretty soon, and we're going to work with some NRA instructors and start being able to provide some classes.
Oh, nice. And you're only open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But if we were to have a difficult time to get to there, is there any kind of arrangements we can make with you to maybe get a different day?
Yeah, absolutely. We're very flexible at the range. If you wanted to bring in a group for paintball, any day from Monday to Thursday, the days that we aren't open, with enough coordination, we can make it happen. Not only that, but we are going to examine here pretty soon, looking at creating scenarios with range control, where if you wanted to come in and practice some more tactical style shooting, we can open up bays on the days that we're not typically open, and kind of rent it out by the hour.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. This is just everything.
Right. So many opportunities. There's something for everyone.
Absolutely.
See, I love it. I actually got to get over there with my bow and practice up on that and actually check out the broadheads, because I got these broadheads on like a couple of my arrows that expand when you shoot. So they fly, but they look weird because all the blades face forward.
Right.
And then when they hit, they expand and flip around backwards. So I have to see how those things fly. I have a practice one, but I want to see how the real ones shoot. And since you guys have targets out there for broadheads, I can come out there and check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we can record you, and then we could make a video and post it to the official JRTC and Fort Polk Facebook page. How's that sound?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I don't want to scare people away with my awesomeness. I don't want people to sit there and say, "Wow, if he shoots that well," I don't want to go out there and I'll look stupid.
Maybe it'll encourage people.
Maybe I can shoot as good as him. It's like, no, you can't.
Right, there you go. You got to think positive.
Now, officially, you're known as Range 23 Alpha.
As far as what range control considers, that we are Range 23 Alpha.
But you're the Recreational Shooting Range.
The DFMWR Recreational Shooting Range.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. So you got the pistol range is 100 yards. The rifle range is 487 yards. 3D archery range is 10 to 60 yards. 3D archery course has various lengths and distances, and then there's 21 shooting positions.
Yeah.
So it can be reserved Monday through Friday. You can ask the staff for details. They're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday they're open from 11 in the morning till 7 at night.
1700.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to do that whole army thing. It's like 17 looks like 7, but no, that's 19. Well, no, I have to subtract 12, carry the 1, 5 o'clock. Right. So 11 to 5 on Fridays, and then 9 to 5 on Saturdays. And I would have to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but most of your competitions that you do sponsor out there, they'll start around 9 o'clock.
We try to shoot for 9. Louisiana is warm. If you're listening from somewhere that's not Louisiana, it gets kind of nasty in the summer months.
Very nasty.
You're understating that.
Yeah. So we try to start early. We try to end early.
Okay. And and you do have a phone number over there.
Yep, 337-531-7552. That is our office number.
Now, you're only open on Friday through Saturday. Is there somebody to answer that Monday through Thursday? Or
no.
Do we just leave a message?
So I don't have the number on top of my head right now, but I recently got a cell phone for the range specifically.
Ooh. Oh, you know what you could do is just forward that number to the cell phone. There you go.
That's the idea.
I'll hook you up. I'll show you how to do that.
Thank you.
Hey.
Now, so if you're listening to this before April 29th, there is a 2-gun shoot recreational shooting competition out there, and sign in begins at 9 o'clock, and the shooting begins at 10. And registration fee is about $20.
Yep.
So come on out and have a great time. If you miss this competition, come on out and get your practice on and get your sights zeroed in so you can win the next competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they get some good competitors out there. They had like a shooting team and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah.
Lucas Greer, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Oh, excuse me. Lucas Greer, thank you for coming in. That's better. And Portia, thanks for stopping in and being with us today. And we look forward to you joining the team. And you can come in here and help out with the podcast.
Absolutely.
In the future.
I am excited. This is such an opportunity I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope you just, it's the excitement of doing it all. So anyway, I'm Jeff England from the Fort Polk Public Affairs Office. You've been listening to the Fort Polk Podcast, and we'll be listening at you later.